Hey there, we're Chris and Clara, and we're excited to guide you through today's analysis of the TON network using Into the Block.
Stick with us as we explore some fascinating metrics and insights. Let's start with a brief overview of TON.
Sure thing. So, TON, originally developed by Telegram and now managed by the TON Foundation, is a blockchain network that's really gaining traction. It's designed for scalability, security, and efficiency, making it perfect for decentralized applications, cross-chain compatibility, and high-speed transactions.
Yeah, no wonder TON has become one of the most active blockchain networks out there. And just recently, we rolled out on-chain analytics for TON, which gives us some powerful insights into the network's activity and trends.
Exactly. In this video, we'll walk you through some key metrics and show you how to use them to make informed decisions.
All right, let's start by navigating to the Asset Overview page. This is where you get a solid snapshot of TON's on-chain indicators. For example, the holder profit analysis gives you a quick look at how many addresses are currently in profit versus those at a loss. If the percentage of holders in profit is low, but other on-chain data is looking positive, it can signal a good buying opportunity. Next up, we've got the volume of large transactions. This metric sheds light on the movement of significant amounts of TON, often hinting at the actions of institutional investors or large holders, commonly known as whales.
And speaking of transactions, you can also dive into transaction demographics, which breaks down when transactions are happening on the network.
So, one cool metric to check out here is the holder composition. This one shows us how long-term holders stack up against short-term holders. For TON, only 6% of addresses have held TON for over a year.
That's pretty low, and definitely something worth digging into. We'll get into that more in just a moment.
Absolutely. Another critical metric is whale concentration, the percentage of the supply held by large addresses. High whale concentration can indicate potential price volatility since these large holders can really move the market.
Then, we have exchange flows, which track the movement of TON into and out of exchanges. This can give us clues about potential selling pressure or accumulation trends. Generally, inflows to exchanges are bearish, while outflows can signal accumulation. It's a handy way to gauge market sentiment. Just below these metrics, you'll notice a bullish-bearish gauge. This tool pulls together several key factors to give you a quick snapshot of TON's current market conditions. But how can you use this?
Pretty easy. It helps you quickly assess whether the asset is in a good spot or if it might be facing some potential downside. Super useful when you're making decisions. But what if we want to explore further?
On the left-hand side, you'll see various categories offering deeper analysis of the network. For example, under Financial Activity, you can gain insights into key financial data for TON. And under Network Activity, you can check out indicators, like the number of active addresses and transaction volumes. Now, let's circle back to that 6% of addresses that have held TON for over a year.
Yeah, that's pretty low, and understanding why could be valuable. Let's dive into the chart showing the evolution of this number over time. What's interesting here is the massive increase in traders this year, which explains the low percentage of long-term holders. On one hand, this is a positive sign. It shows TON is attracting attention from the broader market.
Totally. But on the other hand, short-term traders might sell at the first sign of volatility, which could lead to price swings. It's something to keep an eye on.
Now, let's quantify TON's growth beyond just price movement. We can look at how many new addresses are being generated on the network and how they're interacting with it. Today, TON is onboarding around 400,000 new addresses daily. That's a lot. When you compare it to, say, a year ago, it really shows a healthy growth trend for the network, right?
Yeah, certainly. Now, remember earlier we mentioned whale concentration? So, at Into the Block, we provide several indicators to analyze large holders in more detail, located in the ownership section. Let's check out the chart that analyzes the largest whale and investor wallets. In TON's case, there's significant whale concentration, but it's crucial to note that some of these are special purpose funds like the TON Believers Fund or Frozen Assets.
That's right. It's important to keep these in mind when analyzing whale concentration. Now, you might also be curious about whether whales are accumulating or selling TON. The large holder net flow indicator is perfect for this. Spikes to the upside indicate accumulation by whales, while spikes to the downside suggest selling. For TON, we're seeing significant accumulation spikes, which signals confidence in the network's success.
Interesting. Another useful indicator is the exchange net flow. Spikes to the upside indicate deposits to exchanges, while spikes to the downside indicate withdrawals. Typically, withdrawals are bullish, as users move funds for on-chain activity or cold storage, while deposits can be bearish, as users might be preparing to sell.
That's really cool. Okay, time to wrap things up with some social indicators. Maybe the most interesting one for TON focuses on Telegram sentiment and growth. This tracks mentions of TON across several Telegram channels and analyzes sentiment around the asset. It also monitors growth in TON's Telegram channels, which are currently approaching 7 million subscribers.
Fascinating, isn't it? We hope you found this analysis insightful and that it inspired you to explore TON on Into the Block. These indicators can provide a deep understanding of the TON network and its usage. So, keep exploring.
Go ahead and dive into TON's metrics in detail. Thanks for joining us today.
See you next time.
See you next time, Chris. Have a good one.